My name is Jim. I'm with the Sauce Boys. Today we're going to walk through an innovative substitute to your everyday barbecue sauce bottle. These aren't innovative. I want to start off by taking a trip to our point of purchase. We'll be looking at the current barbecue sauce on the market and breaking down the pros and cons of each bottle. Let's take a walk inside. The overarching trends within the barbecue packaging industry include the ease of use, PET bottles, accurate representation of content, and single-service packaging. As I walked through Loblaws, these trends were quite evident. Each package was either shaker style, where everything was able to be squeezed out easily, utilizing PET bottles, as well as creative labeling, which presents information for the health conscious, as well as fulfilling accessibility needs. And finally, single-serve packaging. We see a rise in this because not only are families being smaller these days, there are a larger amount of single-person homes. PET plastics have almost become a commodity. As we can see, a large majority of products use it. This focus is not only seen on Loblaws shelves, but also stores like Metro and convenience locations like Shoppers Drug Mart. A substrate which can be greatly utilized within the barbecue sauce industry is ethylene copolymer. Typically we see these at our fast food restaurants for ketchup packaging as well as mustard. Glass is almost extinct within our industry. It does provide a long shelf life and is aesthetically pleasing, but practically because of the bottleneck, it does not serve to get out all the sauce the manufacturer has put in. The Sauce Boys and I select 4 bottles to compare and contrast, some being trendsetters, others being staples. As Kraft works off the ideology that everything in your fridge can be Kraft, they don't try very hard when it comes to their product. All product lines at Kraft actually uses PET packaging. Legally in Canada, all products have to have French and English on it as we are bilingual. Kraft has stayed true to this to a T, going so far to provide food tips as well as labeling for the consumer to know that this is not artificially flavored. Many sauces across the board suffer from mouth gunking. This is not a technical term, but it's obvious to the fact that when you do squeeze out your sauce, that there will be gunking at the top of the mouth. Kraft has mastered this and they've made quite a large opening. But as you can see from the video, if one were to try and get a little bit of sauce, that would not be possible as the flow and viscosity of the sauce is quite heavy. Cattle Boys, a niche player within the market, uses the glass blown bottle to their advantage by adding a lug thread closure, as well as combining their ingredients and labeling to fit their aesthetic. They also provide health conscious information for the consumer. The largest identified issue with the Cattle Boys bottle was the lug thread. The lug thread actually does not provide an accessible opening for many users, as we in Canada have an aging population. The popularity of PET plastics is so clearly exhibited in trying to get sauce out of the Cattle Boys bottle. The largest issue again is this lug thread opening. The lug thread opening almost makes it shoot out sauce as if it was Tabasco. Bullseye, a veteran within the barbecue sauce industry, brings to the table the best of both worlds. Continuous simplicity, showing the consumer what they actually are buying, as well as bringing the aesthetic of a glass bottle, but using PET plastics to their advantage. Bullseye uses the same idea that Kraft does, that if they have a large enough opening, then the opening will not gunk. As this is a good idea, ultimately, it does not give the user controlled flow of sauce. This is exemplified in our video at this very moment. When one of our Sauce Boys pours, he is not able to have any control, and ultimately leaving the consumer with remorse of why they wasted so much sauce. Uncle Dougie's, an American barbecue sauce, brings a lot to the table, utilizing a glass exterior and effective branding to show the user as that they have no crap or GMOs within it. They're the only bottle that we found in store that has their social media on it. This gives the consumer an added security that their product is willing to be shown on social media. Dougie's also utilizes this idea of a large opening. This is seen because barbecue sauce is quite viscous and thick, so if it were to be in a smaller opening, it would gunk it up like crazy. Because of the viscosity and the heaviness of the sauce, it does pour very easily. The consumer of today is settling because they do not know that there is something greater out there. The Sauce Boys have come to make barbecue sauce great again. What barbecue sauce is lacking is the use of ethanol copolymer to its advantage. Often we see this as a single package at fast food joints, but you can see here that this pesto was packaged in ethylene copolymer to provide the most sauce excreted from the package itself. It goes further than PET packaging in squeezability because it is able to lie flat and be pushed out like toothpaste. What we at Sauce Boys look to do is go further than that. Further than the ability to just innovate on the package, but to innovate on the cap for barbecue sauce. With our reinvented cap, we look to provide the consumer with precision when they use barbecue sauce. This is provided by our nozzle opening. This nozzle opening provides precision when being used. This is for our single-serve market. We also look to updating our cap to a second opening where it would be able to flip open for multiple uses. This multi-function provides for less waste instead of always pouring in excess. As the consumer is able to squeeze until the sauce is completely finished, this aids in the recyclability of our product. Here at Sauce Boys, we've simply come up with a better package.